And now for the Beer Channel 11 o'clock news on this late Wednesday, November 9th, 2016. Good evening, everybody. I am Peter Wiggins, and I am right on 11 o'clock news headlines. Top 3 11th hour on this late Wednesday is they chanted anti-Donald Trump slogans. They flooded the city streets. The governor knew the White House disheartened and dismayed as thousands take the streets to protest the win by Donald Trump in the presidential race. South Korea says Trump promises military support. Senator Mitch McConnell, Kentucky, the majority leader, said work with Donald Trump would repeal Obamacare is a pretty high item on our agenda. Republicans who opposed Donald Trump found themselves in a odd position Wednesday. There's reality. He think that a Republican nominee they would warn that would lead the party to ruin instead of letting them into the White House with a Republican Congress. The balance of the power in the Supreme Court gets really shifted to there as a second vacancy with Donald Trump as president. GOP Senator Kelly Yachty conceded the Democratic Mike on Wednesday evening declared in pursuit of recounting the nation's closest Senate race and tipping in his second seat to Democrats after Tuesday's election. London, now as we go, adversaries retracing on the day after U.S. voters made Donald Trump the country's 45th president, and the world was left to collectively wonder what happened to America. President Obama is set to meet with the successor Donald Trump in the Oval Office on for talks aimed at ensuring a smooth transition of power. Dilshad Ali had never feared for defeat. When Donald Trump proposed banning Muslims in the United States that planted his own run and make create it is called offensive and unconstitutional. The driver of the train that crashed killed 7 people and injured dozens more is being questioned on suspicion of manslaughter. In Croydon, tram crash driver held on suspicion. A shooting in Seattle on Wednesday night that left 2 people with life-threatening wounds and 3 others injured on 40 days said Wednesday evening that's near an anti-Trump rally in Seattle. A woman said she was held for 2 months in a shipping container on Todd State Club's property in Woodward, South Carolina. The weather met the movement of the Democrat favorite in New York the day after the electoral disaster, gloomy and gray, as Hillary Clinton lost great individuals outside the downtown hotel where their candidate would formally concede. She did it. Claudia Keelan was observing over the election watch party each Wednesday morning, which was the only one when a friend broke into Donald Trump being the next president on state says undocumented immigrants feel what Trump will do as president. And what the beams instructions out of Brayton has been used to restore the movement of the promise for the first time, says scientists. Global financial markets closed on Tuesday. Donald Trump was projected to claim victory in the race to the White House after the players of campaign and investors had largely bet against. For the past 6 years, no law has been asserted as the largest GOP would propose that Affordable Care Act in the Republican Tuesday. A political Washington that had repealed the ACA's expensive reach, putting at a risk of the insurance of more than 20. Twitter Chief Operating Officer Adam Bain has said on the latest shake-up at the troubled internet company. Twitter CFO Anthony Notable Place Spain will trip their city to leave the export produce at the company. Monitor target 2 purposes, 3-quarter loss to EpiPen fine. Donald Trump comes into office when they plan to toss out what President Obama achieved in energy and environment, while finally canceling international press coming quarter where Obama champion Trump will arrange domestic. Plastic pollution to the sea gives off the smell that attracts fortune birds that scientists have found that just could explain why seabirds are the albatross plastic and causing injury death. It's difficult to predict what a Donald Trump presidency will mean for the future of the NASA. The newly elected commander-in-chief said very little about the space policy part of the course of the campaign. Get your teeth in the chronicle strokes. You have 70 days. That's message win a Senate in each other online after Tuesday's presidential election. A number of marijuana promoters say the caution up spit out that the industry's featured with President-elect Donald Trump headed of the White House. Others Warren and Donald Trump haven't gotten much along recent months. Trump Republican presidential elect most recently called Warren Terrible and continued monster claim on Native American ancestry. Hillary Clinton did what she probably never thought she would have to do Wednesday morning. Publicly considered 2016 presidential race to Donald Trump. Even in satirical talk show host Stephen Colbert, a man who was building a career, bringing out humor in the most dire political situation was a lost word to Trump tonight because it can't believe that Donald Trump not only Clinton is going to become. Anti-abortion movement will likely embrace Donald Trump now. I'm going to say that they plan to make a shitty, uneasy partnerships pay dividends. Take a look at some local news from the Attleboro Sun Chronicle. In Norton, the town has its own military museum at least by November, and residents are getting recognition that armed service about the years. An exhibit at the Norton Public Library timely with the observance of the Veterans Day and Friday, and failing enough. Last week, a circle flag memorial on the local VFD showcased military memorial and loan from the residents who have served in their country and their families. Displays including about a non-veterans office which have been collected in hours of weeks. 2 glass cabinets in the library's foyer display many pictures including a Navy ship, an miniature belt, and even a cannon grenade and a bottle of sand from Omaha Beach and one of the Londoners at Normandy invasion in World War II and D-Day. These are jackets from World War I and World War II, a replica, a German element, a soldier small Bible, old money, patches and medals with no news clippings. Albert, Dr. Deal Young Lemon that rest never sleeps. While passages borders included Bojoy and Albert Air approved legislation of recreation marijuana Tuesday, at least some police chiefs say never will change it until the first page of the law takes effect December 15th. When then the majority order of the New England Combined Center and her husband were sentenced to probation upon Wednesday, the U.S. District Court in Boston connected with illegally withdrawing catch upon on 2012 Fenelon genocide outbreak traced in the lab. Senate Republican Majority Leader Mitch McConnell once famously said his number one priority was to make sure Barack Obama would be a one-term president, signaling he would try to block all of the president's initiatives. However, an 18-year-old city man was arrested with 3 other teens after state police recovered a loaded .30 caliber handgun and a car that went running and was ordered out of jail without bail after a dangerous hearing on Wednesday. Fox Bill Lloyd Kirby offered stories from the Pacific finally get his chance to address Foxburn Friday. Looking at some state news, Boston thousands of anti-Donald Trump protesters streamed out downtown Boston on streets on Wednesday, chanting Trump's racist, not my president, current signs that impeach Trump. The protesters came on the Boston County about 7 p.m. before marching toward the Massachusetts State House, which has been beefing up its security, including bringing in extra police officers. The protesters positive steps to stand up before continuing to fight the city's street score top Copley Square. Okay, take a look at New England Alerts report in Fartland, New Jersey. One accident first pedestrian at Main Street at Fifth Avenue. Police was on the scene reported the pedestrian struck and was not moving. Peter Children's time is now 11:07 on this late Wednesday night, and it's time now for traffic report. Beep! Let's see what it varies there. Lincoln get on the subway. Red Line Bridge to West Prison, about delays at the southbound service today from Wednesday from JFK Bell. You must to North Quincy. And Worcester Line train 535 out 935 p.m. from South Station up at 5 minutes late between Wellesley Farms and Worcester Union Station. And Thursday on Lincoln again. Okay, take a look at highways and byways and New England. It's late. One night, 95 and a north bound side back to the New Haven stretch. Down in New York City, long especially eastbound side back to Midtown Tunnel to Brooklyn. Lincoln Tunnel westbound side back to Midtown, all the way out to the Lincoln Tunnel. FDR driving the northbound and the southbound side of the spectrum and southeast of Manhattan. West side highway on the southbound side is a little sign. World Trade Center site 270 and on the westbound side it is back from Brooklyn all the way to 438. FDR driving the northbound side back to Upper East side all the way up to Harlem. Interstate 95 and southbound side is back up for 87 in the Bronx, 87 and southbound side is back up on Interstate 95 up in New York City. Highways and byways of Rhode Island and eastern and central western Massachusetts are Lincoln Gate and highways and byways of Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine are Lincoln Gate and the Berkshire Freeway. The main trip out on the eastbound side is a low zone around Interstate 90. And there's a Conn Street Parkway and the northbound side is backed up from Philmont all the way out to Spencertown in east central New York. And the Berkshire Freeway, the New York State Turnpike is New York State 3 is backed up after the Second State Parkway up in Old Chatham. Peter Children's time is 11:08 p.m. on this late Wednesday night, and it's time now for a weather report. And take a look at a line of rain showers stretching around Cape Ann from Denver all the way out to Gloucester. Another line of rain showers stretching from Boston and up to the Boston Harbor. And a little patch of rain showers behind us around the Nantucket area. And a little line of rain showers stretching from Plymouth all the way up to the Bedford. Alright, 7-day forecast goes like this. For tonight, we're going to have some chance of showers. About 20% chance before 2 a.m. Cloud skies, podcast skies about 34 degrees. North about 3 to 6 miles for Thursday, Sunday morning with a lot of variable wind coming in southwest and 5 to 7 miles in the morning. High about 53 degrees. Thursday, podcast about 40 degrees. Southwest about 7 miles an hour for Thursday, most of that's got about 57 degrees and Southwest about 8 to 30 miles, but coming to northwest in the afternoon for Friday night. A mostly clear sky about 25 degrees, and northwest about 9 to 11 miles an hour for Sunday. Sunday, most good sky about 45, about 30 degrees. For Sunday, most good sky about 57, about 34 degrees. Monday, mostly sunny, podcast about 60, about 37 degrees. And for Tuesday, mostly sunny, podcast about 38, about 38 degrees. And for Wednesday, podcast about 56 degrees. Going out near it is overcast night, and we are a temperature of 49 degrees with a humidity of 79%, and that is going to be it for the Peter Channel 11 o'clock news, and it's late. One night, normally night, 269% will be a good night with a good positive. And I'll see you tomorrow morning with more important. Good night.